Hi everyone, and welcome to the writing vlog. Oh, not my hair looking ugly. Ignore that. Writing update. So, November, I've been doing my little 30-day writing challenge. It's been going decently. I've written 1,000 words most days that I've been doing it. And yesterday, I did 800, but I started late, so, we'll excuse it. Right now, I am 50 pages into my document. My word count is 17,313. If you saw the start of the vlog, I hit 10k like on Monday or something. So I've been doing pretty good. But right now I am on chapter 6 or 7, something like that, around there. But I'm like basically almost done that chapter, so whatever the next one is, I don't remember what. I've been on this chapter for so long, I'm like 80% sure it's giving me writer's block. I keep just reminding myself that, this is the first draft. It's not going to be scrumdiddlyumptious. It's going to be a little nasty. So, with that in mind, I am going to do a little filming me writing. I'm going to try and write for about an hour. And we're going to see how many words we get. Let's get going. Okay everyone, I am done writing for the day. I wrote for around 40 minutes and I wrote 1,017 words. Once I got into it, but I did finish this chapter. I think this is a good place to stop because, we're starting a new chapter. So we just finished the full, inciting first act, kind of. So that's really exciting because we're moving on to the next part. And the end of this book actually is a little bit the, full major, main thing that happens. Mostly happens in the middle, and it kind of ends, a few chapters before, the book ends. So it's kind of like a little cool down. But that's because I am planning to make this a 4-book series, 3 or 4 books. Currently, I have 4 planned. That's my writing for today, and I will see you tomorrow. Hey everyone, I just finished writing my words for the day. My word count is 19,425, so I'm definitely hoping to hit 20k tomorrow, and I'm also hoping to film that because I'm planning to write in the morning instead of at night. So today I wrote, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 pages of chapter 7. I think this is going to be a bit of a shorter chapter just because it's kind of a transition between the big inciting incident and then where the love interest comes into play and where she, another big, the main incident happens. So this will probably just have one more vision and kind of a small revelation, plot twist, kind of, but I've tried to leave enough hints that you kind of already know, and she's just being stupid. I love when that happens in books. I really don't, but we just gotta write it because that's the vibe. And basically she's going to get into the headquarters and try and like find information about plans and stuff, where they're located, like what their next move is to take them down. And she's also going to find prisoners and ask where the missing woman is, but they don't know. And then that's the rest of the chapter. I've already written her calling her best friend, telling her to come home, like, and then some of the planning. They're like basic ideas before she gets this next vision and figures out kind of some plans. And then in chapter 8, there's like a lot more going on, like more planning. And then like the big middle event happens. We're kind of halfway through the book right now, actually, because if I'm halfway through chapter 7, that means I'm halfway through the book. So this is the 50% mark, I guess. And if we're basically, let's say 20,000, that's about 40,000 words for a first draft, which is a little bit lower than I want. But I kind of am thinking we're going to have a couple of longer chapters. Chapter 9 is probably longer. I would definitely say chapter 10 is longer. And probably the ending chapter would be a little longer. I don't know. I love in chapter 13, there's just one thing where it says at the headquarters. I didn't specify what they're doing. Like, I just have to think of that. Excuse me? But honestly, this first book, like, it's kind of going to be a bit slower, which I know isn't, like, the normal vibe of fantasy. So, like, when I'm editing, I might have to just, like, add a few more scenes and, like, stuff that happens. And I might have to add, like, just more from whatever the second book's, what I have currently planned for the second book. And I might have to condense this into a trilogy if I want the books to be longer, but honestly, I think 40k is good for a first draft, because 40,000 words, 2 pages, is about 160 pages. Yeah, it's like 130 pages, so obviously that's not enough for a book, especially a fantasy book. So basically, when I'm writing the second draft, I will have to double this, but I feel like I'm underwriting, because that's basically just how I work. I underwrite. I think I'm overwriting, but I'm underwriting. So I'll add a lot more descriptions and layers to the relationships in the next draft. I will see you hopefully tomorrow to write, and if not, I'll just move on to the outro. Hi everyone, welcome to Saturday in the vlog. It is 11 and I'm going to try and write about 500 words, because that should put me at about 20k, and then I'll write the rest of my goal this evening. And obviously I won't be able to film that because I have to edit this in the afternoon. So I will record myself hitting 20k, and then I will hopefully be able to film and like finish my writing this afternoon. But I will like do a little outro once I'm done. So let's get writing. Okay, so that would be the end of this vlog. As you saw, I just hit 20,000 words in my manuscript, which is very exciting. 20,000 is a really exciting goal, especially since I just reached 10,000, like I'd say a week ago-ish. So if we continue on this track, that means next week we should hit around 30,000. And the week after, we should hit around 40,000, which is my goal, and 2 weeks from now is the 30th. So it's definitely looking good for finishing my goal. But as you saw, I almost wrote like 600 words right now, so I'll only have to write about 400 or 500 this evening, which is definitely a good start. I will probably finish the current vision she's having this evening, so that'll probably give me around 700 or 800 words, so I should be a bit over my goal for today, which is good because I am actually just a little behind. I think I'm about 1,000 words behind, so anytime I can make up like 100 words or something, that's really helpful. And then probably tomorrow I'll finish this chapter because, as I said yesterday, this one's probably going to be a bit shorter. And then I can finally get on to the main chunk of the book, which is very exciting, and I will probably have higher word counts in those chapters just because much more is happening. So we're getting somewhere, which is good. Yeah, so that will be the end of my first half of NaNoWRIMO vlog, or like my 30-day writing challenge. I'm just going back and forth, but I'm not actually participating in NaNoWRIMO because of their recent stuff, if you want to Google that, or watch another video explaining it. Yeah, so I will be filming over these next 2 weeks for a second vlog, which will probably come out sometime in December, and yeah, because you all voted to see 2 vlogs for the month of November for my writing challenge, so this is the first one. I hope you enjoyed it. I am again trying to edit in a different way, or like kind of level up my editing before the new year so that I can be like consistent with my editing. So let me know if you liked how I edited this video, or any comments you have on like changing how I edit these writing vlogs, or like anything you want to see in writing vlogs. Yeah, but anyway, I hope you enjoy this video. Like, subscribe, and comment if you want to, and I will see you next week, and also in the next writing vlog. Bye.